Welcome back to Green Bay Nation. Lily's out here alongside Annie Herman and Marcus Eversole. The Packers will host the Seahawks in the divisional round at Lambeau on Sunday. Winner obviously heads to the NFC Championship game. And unlike that last NFC title game between these two teams that we will not talk about, fortunately this one is going to be in Green Bay. Russell Wilson hasn't been great at Lambeau. He's 0-3, just 3 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, and we knew how important it was for the Packers to get that first round bye and get healthy. But considering their opponent, guys, how big is home field advantage for them on Sunday?
I think it's huge. I mean, you look at the Packers, they've lost 1 time at home all year. Now on the flip side, Seattle's only lost 1 time on the road. So Seattle good on the road, Green Bay good at home. But let's be real. I mean, don't overthink it. Think about how you would feel about this game if it were Packers at Seahawks versus how you feel Packers hosting the Seahawks. I'm guessing it's fairly different.
Yeah, very much so. Not only that home field advantage, but the travel for the Seahawks very important as well. Having to go all the way East Coast to Philadelphia, come all the way back to Seattle, come all the way back to Green Bay. They had 5 games this year in which they traveled to the East Coast. They went 2-3 in those games, lost by a total of 21 points, and all 5 of those games were actually in Seattle. So you have to think that having that additional road trip right after is not going to do them any favors either. Even the 2 wins took an overtime effort against Tampa Bay and then a 7-point win against Minnesota. So they have struggled a little bit after those East Coast trips, and I think that road advantage for Green Bay, or having the Seahawks have to go on the road, is going to be a really true advantage.
Yeah, and it even took them a little bit more time to kind of put away the Eagles even without Carson Wentz.
For sure.
So a lot of trouble there. All right, well, obviously it's 2 very different teams than the ones that played back in that championship game that we, again, will not talk about. But guys, how do you think this version of the Green Bay Packers matches up against the Seahawks this season and on Sunday?
I mean, I think the Packers match up fairly well, and I think if you just look at running the ball on both sides, the Packers running the ball, when they do that, when they feed Aaron Jones, I think the offense has been at its best when they've been fairly balanced. And this is not the Legion of Boom Seahawks defense you might be used to. They're not the best run defense in the league. They're towards the bottom half of the NFL in stopping the run. And then on the flip side, whereas the Packers defense has struggled at times stopping the run, Seattle's down to their 4th string running back, and then they just brought back Marshawn Lynch. I mean, they are decimated at that position. So, and right now, Marshawn Lynch doesn't look like the old Marshawn Lynch. He looks like the old Marshawn Lynch, if you know what I'm saying. So
the old Marshawn Lynch. No,
exactly.
I'm totally in agreement, especially from a defensive standpoint. The things that have beat Green Bay and they've really struggled with have been those dynamic running games, which Seattle does not have at the moment. And they've also struggled with tight ends up the seam. Seattle's very banged up at tight end as well. I think some of the strengths for Seattle, you talk about Lockett and Metcalf on the outside, I think match up very well with Jair Alexander and Kevin King on the outside. And of course, the big X factor is going to be Russell Wilson. Offensively, I think they have to have a plan for Bobby Wagner, and I think they also have to make sure that Jadeveon Clowney does not take over this game. We've seen it with the Bosas where they've been able to completely take over. That cannot be the case. And also one X factor to look at for the Seahawks, Shaquem Griffin has been used a little bit more as a speed edge rusher, and he can be somebody that could give Brian Bulaga trouble. Bulaga can struggle with straight speed. If they use that matchup and use Shaquem to try to get around the corner, that will be something that Green Bay has to watch just a little bit.
Yeah, totally agree. And the good news for the Packers is their O-line is getting healthier, so we'll see kind of the status for their starting 5 come Sunday. Sure. Well, guys, a lot of star power will be on that field at Lambeau. So, Andy, I'm kind of curious, in your opinion, give me one key player to watch on Green Bay's side of the football.
The biggest star that there possibly is, of course, I am talking about Kyler Fackrell. This may seem like a very surprising answer, of course, in a game where you have Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, Kenny Clark and Zadarius Smith, are going to be predominant players in this game. But you go back to a season ago, Kyler Fackrell had 3 sacks against Seattle, and Russell Wilson should have had 4 if Russell Wilson didn't barely get a pass back to the line of scrimmage via a shuffle pass. But Kyler Fackrell was fantastic in that game. Mike Pettin, what he's liked to do recently against mobile quarterbacks is rush with 3. Clark, Preston, and Zadarius have the ability to get there, even with a 3-man rush. Drop Kyler Fackrell back, use him as a spy. That allows you to cover with 7 players still, and Fackrell has been very, very good in that role. So maybe not the player you're expecting, but I think he can be a real X factor in this game against Russell Wilson.
And that'll be fun to see, because if all that pans out, Russell might not be as a kind of a Packer killer, hopefully, on Sunday, right?
Hopefully that's the case.
All right, well, Marcus, on the other side, give me one key player to watch on Seattle's side of the football.
I'm going to say Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf. Frankly, the guy is just a freak of nature. I mean, he's 6'4", 230, 4.3 speed. he doesn't look like a rookie. He doesn't even look like he's human. And what he did last week in Philadelphia, I mean, 7 catches, 160 yards, and a touchdown. 160 yards, the most ever by a rookie in the postseason. So he's really, really good. And one area the Packers defense has kind of struggled this year is giving up big plays. Well, DK Metcalf is the Seahawks' big play guy. Kevin King, probably see a lot of him because he's 6'3", like Andy mentioned. You would think it would be King on Metcalf and Jair on Lockett. But if the Packers are going to contain the Seattle offense, they could start by just containing DK Metcalf. Don't give up any of those big plays.
Since the Star Wars movie just came out, I'm going to make a Star Wars reference here. In the first Force Awakens movie of this series, Kylo Ren basically said you had to find Rey before she found the height of her powers. Well, DK Metcalf is just discovering the height of his powers and how good he can absolutely be. It is going to be important for Green Bay to shut him down before he realizes that.
I don't know another counter Star Wars point to make to say neutralize
There's got to be a
him.
Baby Yoda reference you can fix in here somewhere.
I'm sure I'll find a GIF of some sort.
There you go.
I was thinking the same thing, Andy. Exactly what you said.
It's all in tune here, Star Wars. All right. Anyway, when we come back, it's time to play Challenge or No Challenge. Keep it here.